For over 20 years, Inside the NBA has been a mainstay when it comes to professional basketball. When it comes to the big Thursday night games, people tune in to see Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, and of course, Charles Barkley talk about basketball. And do some of their jokes and conversations stray outside of basketball? Yes, but it's all centered around the sport. People don't want to hear Charles Barkley talk about politics. They want to hear him talk about the NBA. They want to hear him joke about the NBA, but they don't want to hear this dude talk about politics. And that's probably a big reason why his show on CNN has been a complete and total ratings disaster. And that was just a month ago. It's gotten even worse since then, moved out of its normal primetime slot. CNN's King Charles with Charles Barkley and Gayle King is a ratings disaster. Well, now Charles Barkley is getting slammed for once again giving his hot take about Trump, about black people, and saying if he basically sees any black people supporting Donald Trump by maybe wearing a mugshot of his, he wants to punch them in the face. Charles Barkley's words. Charles Barkley says he will punch any black person he sees wearing Donald Trump's mugshot. Quote, if I see a black person walking around with a Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face. And let's listen to this. Maybe this is a good explanation as to why so many people are not interested in watching Charles Barkley, the basketball player, talk about fucking politics.
And you know who embraced it than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts.
And of course, that clip did kind of go pretty viral several days ago. Well, this was when Charles Barkley decided to address it.
When you heard that, what did you think? Big sigh.
First of all, I'm just going to say this. If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Charles.
No, Gayle.
Charles.
Gayle.
You really can't say that because, A, you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely. I'm going to just tell you something.
And then you will be arrested for assault. And then what?
I'm going to bail myself out and go celebrate. If I still
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. Okay, but go ahead.
Seriously.
And, you know, obviously he's saying it tongue-in-cheek, even though he says, no, I'm serious. Obviously, we understand he's joking about that shit. However, this is the entire thing. Listen to the rest of this. Listen to the deep political analyst by Charles fucking Barkley. Like, nobody wants this and no one is fucking watching this. They want to watch him talk about basketball and joke about basketball, not about politics.
Continue.
First of all, if I was at that
conference,
I'd have got up and walked out. That was an insult to all black people. Because he basically just saying, and first of all, to compare black history where we've been discriminated against to his plight.
Yes.
Well, first of all, he's a billionaire. And they're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. They're prosecuting him for stuff he did wrong. And for him to compare...
It's still in the court system, Charles. We have to wait. It's still in the court system. But continue.
Well,
continue.
Some of the stuff is true. They did storm the Capitol. They did say that the election was stolen. Those aren't lies, Gayle.
Yeah. And this is what I mean. Like, we're trying to connect all these things and just, well, obviously Donald Trump did that wrong. Donald Trump is guilty. Donald Trump is, liable for this and that. Charles Barkley has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Yet he has a show on CNN where he's talking about politics, saying he's going to punch black people in the face if they support Donald Trump.
They did say that. They did say that.
But to compare, I would have got up and walked out because it's not a fair comparison. You know, he's a billionaire. He's had a great life. He's been president of the United States. To insult black people who have been discriminated against all these years, to put them in the same category, I was just offended.
It's funny because he literally said if he got arrested for punching the dude in the face, he's a millionaire, so he'd just bail himself out and go party. So aren't you in that same fucking boat there, Charles Barkley? And I like Charles on TNT. I like him when he's talking about basketball. I think Inside the NBA is great sports television, right? I really like those guys. However, there's a reason why we want to hear them talk about basketball and not all of this stuff. Because Charles Barkley continues, as this strive to get him involved in CNN, these ratings failures and disasters happen, it's a clear indication people don't give a fuck what your dumbass thinks about Donald Trump or politics. And maybe now you've alienated a certain portion of the fan base that would like to tune in to you talk about basketball. Maybe those people feel so alienated by you now that they're not going to watch you anymore. But this is Charles Barkley doing Charles Barkley things. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.